Already in, they should take them to a psychiatric, facility. Nian check will be arguing who say, but them be nim. Because when you listen to Bobie, it's like you are listening to an insane person, but them complete. Within the 3 years, you are the vice president. You are totally mad. How about them? How about them? Anyway, yababa no so later. Then another issue obi sending me. I have 3 issues. And ra anajo. Obi sending me write up be. And Madiki aka same way. NDC running mate issue. I don't want to be part. And Obia ni bibiaka. But now a 2 write-ups. Bako de eba last week. Me de sende a ballon, could ballon. And according to some, but Obia di at the right time. Yamin yebefino. Because my idea say ono na extra sadie no. And now I received a different write up. Obia nkabi. So Asantefo no kire wo mo dodo. So the establishment and ganging up is against Ashanti. Oba NDC mua ni abusa say Asantefo no mo ba be pede. And now Otumfo 3 days no Otumfo can same be or say now it's like the whole establishment and every group they are ganging up against Ashantis. Neka among kudu nenka Asantefo to have nowhere to go. Yes, we have nowhere to go. Fi ne yem fi obia. But Otumfo no ano ono blame ono ano. So you see me say that the Yamin at the end Sunday no. Me the Sunday could be ballon. But at the right time, yes, you can see a to Aqua Park and so on. Mube numu ho say. A bayam said the movie. And no one will be SID a year. Look, no Ashanti has interest in NDC running mate. What we are interested in. Why ne betimi abu o man no. We believe John Mahama betimi arane country ni ye. Yes, and for nyame ya adwene to create wealth for ourselves. When the environment is right, we know where to enter. When the environment is right, we Ashantis, we know how to create wealth. So please, the insults on various platforms should cease. Deal with your running mate matter. Whoever your mama picks him or her, it's none of our business. And you'll be our business. And then you're met your mama the onye. Yankasi a babe kamwa sembi. Yasi a babe support mo. Yankasi ebe kamwasem. Yasi ebe support mo. Get it right. If you insult a Wadako or insult Kofi Buache, we will start insulting you guys back. Ebeye mwanwa. Mo campaign kura mu nya time na mwaye. And somebody should advise Yamin. Somebody, your mama should call Yamin and advise that idiot. Kumasi ni wo na train yini ye eho that land. That land. And I'm why nipa. I mean, if you don't take care, a best shock you. You better wase, baby are free. Don't insult anybody. No, don't insult us. Yankasi ebe kamo asem. Yasi eba be buamo. Obi anka so person ebe kamo. Don't insult us. Don't. And Otumfo has himself to be blamed. Nana, you are now complaining. Asantini ya dia yeba ayimfio wa kuratara bia on support ye. Now you are complaining that we need to come together. Now you are complaining. You see, abwan ntakra na man yakesi o. Abujina po wenum nkwala afia finwe asisa sika ni ade ombe gina wanim nana yeti o yehu endi nana asema wo kasa asandefo yan soro ne yanka ye hu mbom no yes eda Ghana web me matie tape no asandefo mpanifo bebre di video na send me bobie listen to it ede na moya fa ho obi anya bibia afa ho unim se konfano chi dua no a esife yi ase no ade a chi nra najo nkrofo bia ko budua not form. That's a problem looming. But why not? You have yourself to be blamed. Don't blame anybody. Because ya they are crying about what support or no support here. But somebody should advise you, I mean. Somebody should advise you, I mean. Don't insult us. Do what you want to do. Don't insult us. Don't do it. I can't trade my tribe with a political party. I won't do it. So don't insult us. Mosemi and Kebi, Obi and Kebi, do what you want to do. Please, don't insult us. You insult us and we hear it. One say ya asema mbeti na enyamude.
The truth is irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian cancer, silence. Islamic leaders, silence. Kings and queens, silence. Traditional leaders, silence. So who go say the truth?
And as I said already, I'll run the leaders but most efficient government under the Fourth Republic by appointing not more than 60 ministers and deputy ministers. And I said already, I'll work to abolish the payment of ex gratia and cut out waste and ostentation in government. We shall work with Parliament and all stakeholders to complete the Constitution review process and strengthen the separation of powers. Government procurement is recognized as a major source of corruption and misappropriation of public funds. We will therefore, among other measures, set up an independent value for money office to scrutinize all government procurements that are above a $5 million threshold or as shall be recommended by Parliament. I will give anti-corruption state institutions unfettered space to operate. The days of the clearing agent must come to an end on January 7, 2025. I'll also set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the matter of looted and stolen state lands. And the same commission will make recommendations for resolving the vexed issue of expropriated Gardangbe lands. And to deepen our democracy, the fourth estate of the realm, the media must also be given a conducive and collaborative atmosphere to operate as the fourth power that they ought to be, without threats, harassment, and assassinations. In this regard, we shall speed up the investigation of the assassination of Ahmed Swale. And the perpetrators shall surely be brought to book. And as I said already, I'll run the leanest but most efficient. We will.
Last week, because me one your friend say, "Omo nya letter say Ghana revenue say omo de oma komwe besi ho. Ahwe fish do am ton a day." Oh yeah, and let me state it clearly. Me matra ehunahuna. They cannot, I repeat, they cannot use the system to intimidate me. Now it's so sad for me to make this statement. Here, Rollins Abreso, Bibia Juma, President Kufu Abreso, Bibia Juma, Atamil Sabreso, Bibia Juma, Eya Mahama Abreso, Bibia Juma. I never went through any of this harassment. I'm sad. I have to tell you the truth. I have never gone through harassment and intimidation as a Kufuor government. I'm a MP for 6 consecutive terms. Me be a Juma. I mean, my say, Juma, Obi, Obi come and say, ni my doors into home before. Maybe baby, a mommy, a president, I'll go and work for me. I have a lot of businesses for them to work.
To baby, and
no. But this is the frustration I'm going through for setting up businesses to create employment.
For Ghanaians.
Yes. So, businessmen, any woman trying say, minimum woman here say, because I'm going through it. I'm going through it. And yet, top here, I cover bar, and then come away.
Yeah.
Because I'll face them squarely. And the third parties, more Ghana revenue for Momo Jiji bribe. Omo ya me there omo. May expose to Ghana revenue because we should not be intimidated by any institution in this country. We should not. Institutions should work. Systems should work. We don't have a problem. But say wa Ghana for utu enisi u Ghana for so be gu omo juma. What kind of people and black people yeah. Momo di adwuma ma obia omo wo office building bia omo si wo kanda ho. Contractors they charge them 10%. Ghana revenue. Adi am be ye wo mo. Omo fi say me be president inti and say hunu e koso amenka meka upa men to mame. Because I'll live for the rest of my life. And I stand for the youth of this country because the future belongs to them. If we allow these things to go on, there is no future for any young man. If we allow these things to go on, there's no future for business people, Ghanaians. Mimiti ho. Opinion Indian is able to call custom commissioner. I don't even know the custom commissioner's number. And I don't intend to know.
Okay.
Because I'll do the right thing.
All right.
But you see, in the businessman for last week, because
Comrades, it is regrettable for me to note that at such a crucial time in our nation's life, society's moral voice refused to speak up against these unfortunate developments in our democratic governance. NDC was left alone as the solitary voice seeking to hold the government accountable and speaking up for the voiceless Ghanaians. And we were often cast out as spoiled brats who were ranting just because we had lost power. Today, the chickens have come home to roost. And we are all affected. As he said, country broke, country no broke. We all inside. There must be an end to this decline and a restoration of stability to the economy so that Ghana's citizens and working people can breathe a sigh of relief and not have their already inadequate incomes eroded further by inflationary pressures. In the last few years, I have been outlining policies that a future NDC government will implement, and the aim is to stop the steep decline in the economy, turn it around, and stabilize it. I've also shared my position on governance and institutional reforms to ensure our country is reset and built into the Ghana we all want. It is important to note that we in the NDC will not be couching propagandist slogans and passing them off as policy. We have much to learn as a country from the disaster that has unfolded before our very eyes, when sections of our population became so enamored with empty slogans and acronyms. We will focus on substantial government issues to get the job done in a no-thrills, no-frills manner. We will cut out the rigmarole and deliver realistic policies to impact our economy and our country positively. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the NDC proposes a series of transition measures to address the economic decline and set Ghana on the path to recovery. These measures include reducing the public debt by placing a moratorium on non-concessional borrowing, actively seeking concessional financing and grants, and reviewing legislation to limit the non-core activities of some state-owned enterprises. Why must we reduce our debt obligations? Because we need to do so to create adequate fiscal space to stabilize the economy and provide social services. Comrades, it is regrettable for me to note that at such a crucial time in our nation's life,
the lives of the people of Agbogboloshi matter as much as the lives of the people of East Legon or cantonments. Enti yeba hano yebesi toilets amamu yebesi toilets in all yebesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all, among the people of Agbogboloshi. Usorina uko toilet, uya ubejari enyasa. Ubejari, enti yebesi bath houses so akaho. Yebesi 24-unit bath houses and 80 in all. 24-unit bath houses. Say there, mubenya ebi mubeko na mujare anapa. The life trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering. Trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. the well-being of our people, create inclusive access to secondary education and healthcare, develop and expand the road infrastructure of our country, create great convenience in accessing public services wherever one finds himself or herself, and to leverage technology to fast-track development through digitalization. Notwithstanding these achievements, the unforeseen global economic downturn of the past 3 years, which derailed the significant economic gains and impact we made between 2017 and 2021, has had a devastating effect on our economy in the past 2 years, just as it has on many other economies around the world. This has affected many, including government itself, the private sector, and our households. The cost of living has increased dramatically, and Ghanaians are feeling the pinch. I have seen the sacrifices Ghanaians are making, and the hardships many Ghanaians are going through, and I am as concerned as my fellow countrymen and women. By the grace of God Almighty, together with the remarkable sacrifices, patience, and optimism of Ghanaians, the work of economic recovery is underway. GDP growth has picked up. Consumer price inflation is on the decline. Exchange rate depreciation. The
State coffers are not spoiled for the party that wins an election, but resources for the country's social and economic development. I shall protect the public purse by insisting on value for money in all transactions. Public service is just that, service and not an avenue for making money. Money is to be made in the private sector, not the public, and measures will be put in place to ensure this. We must create wealth and restore happiness.
Any family members now, I say, Yokoi. And now, no Dr. Bobie Ansah na ire. Any MPP, sa team no, Kwabena Bobie team na Bobie team no. Almost so young men near their day, almost so mudoso kakra kama. They also came together with Dr. Bobie Ansah na ire. Enti ya kwa na chese frono. Almost yes, me bano addressing suit, abon tie, and white shirt, abon tie, the white hand shoes, as she says, and near their day. Sauce. Intimidia na chese na enyasam ketwa, ya show me mu, me Jimmy hu baby enje, me jirada kan me ban ho sa na me bisa nse Kwabena aden. Why so soon Kwabena den? Because he was exactly 30 years and 20 days. Na edu baby no. Yetiti wonu muno. And one of the boys, MPP boys no back. Maybe I don't know all of them. Nipa woma minim woma me kai womo pass ame uku na kabo no. And one or two being so calm, but others I don't know them. And about sorry ejina ho no mo na say or say family no. Any others na ka na ye omo ankasa nkrofo no. Doctor Senko one fast some kakrantu yenim. Na obesre senka ye nyina ye beko outside. Na doctor say opese onu nko ane ase ne yire no. E remain inside ho. Nti nko obesre senka ye nyina ye ma omo excuse na ye nkwa abontin. Na me nti ase na me twetwe me ho. And I say me ma many Adam family members na omo ni kire me say enye hwe me de menti ase na yenko ye pie am omo to aprunum ye pie ma omo to aprunum o ana ka Bawumia na ne yere ene me ba ne furu nko a we inside ho for about 15 to 20 minutes.
I
don't know bepem ne enu achi na me ka tro say dreams bia ya na minya na me hu say enye kwa bibi wom was a man no you man no that chi bia me sa akọ Ghana honestly speaking because at times one man na answer me see me trima na bibi me so da ye bi na anodin pa me friend me sister ka chen say no mother da ya masuni na ma back wo ha da ya masuni na me ntini me bi ase na me bisa me sister say o kai say asama me ka kire we yi na me refer me sister say o kai say that day no ba omi ami nyina ye pie eba outside ema omototo etu pron na ye bi ato no mo na ye fa ho no mo ekọ inside no omototo pron mo ma eka wo no nkwa ne yere no eni Kwabena furu minim ade a ana samo ka kire furu no ana de kra bi kra wo de share Kwabena ho ana wote I don't know bepem ne minim ono pa ne yere no na enim ade o mo ye wo ho wala pale ne yere no enim ade o mo ye wo
de says ye nhwehwemu ye bebi sase bia ye nuano muslimifo amamre e de a ye beti ase
I don't know
ye be nhwehwemu aduru ho
ti sa osofu bi na ye friend Isaac no wo ka ye misi wo ka isa video no wo ka ye misa Bawumia ni na do say wo mo no mboja da na fine kosi hia so wo be ka isa video I was not surprised I am in because na ya ba ku bi ameso ya up to now me wono ma na sa da ye ni besi mitima na me ye ma hye na me nam baby na me kona na asa me ti se noise bi koso wo dan bi mu me gira wodi na me se na ede na koso wo hei na ase epon no eda na nipa no so wo mu no epon no ya nto mu ya kan hine ano asa ya kan hine ano kakra ti me gira wa na bibi strike me se me nko hwa de kra koso inside ho me kwaye no sa dan na me se me yi kire me sister sada na misi mi yikire me sister na ono so kra enti ase me ko inside na me hu se eye me ba no Kwabena buadu ana wo hye dem wo no hye shorts pe knickers pe ne so se won hye na ye twetwetwa ne busu nyina na se ya pimpam na ya Hausan troye ne gu ne busu asa Arabic entroye anya English anya yes Arabic entroye ne gu ne busu nyina bebrebe na na Kwabena dia na wo ye wa ha adentina ya hwehwe wa ye hu nti hanom na wo hye ana mahwehwe wa mi hu ana osiama ha na ya dem ya be. What happened was that fateful Friday na ade abeche Saturday am ya ye ana ye call ho me maame my brother soldier ni ana me cousin baako Alex ono so kwa wa Germany ha ana me sister in last born ni kru misakisi
ade nam nyantie ni nyina ho ano ohye ara ya
ya semo
ya ade na no ohye
papa
hey
papa and
ya ade na no ohye
ara
Davio se efuna enya wodia obi busuani na wa drimika akwa ye na se akosere se mepamochew abusuafo no a because at least se bibi ni akura na nka se busuani ba ko bebi ya o ye close to Kwabena Bobie no ejina edem hobi se abusuafo no omdo omfunu no mumpie nko na nka me me yire Samira ani efunu no
Alright. I'm in chat for. Na asem bi owa ye nkwa gina na ebua.
Sanse no krewu we eye ba akopɛ kontompo ne dɔso na sabio kontompo kra so person ne no kresa na enya no kre no no betime di nse nso na enye no kre ena no omoni kun no utie the narrative uputu the pieces together.
This is strange.
The dots to the other connected dots. Now you are able to see clearly, sir. The rituals, and that is why Kwabena Bobie send anniversary be omu post 2 years mature so say ritual killing na omone me ko on Facebook.
But this is terrible.
As if I had the first hand information. Kwabena, you know what human beings fail to do? You know what human beings mostly fail to do? Human beings have been given a gift by God. Now, that gift, whether you like it or not, if I am more crowd will be kasa no munim kasa. It's called intuition. If that as soon as we be ma intuition, a lot of things happen. And na obi o wa you too intuitive ama akwai to say oye spiritual being and I say bia oye prophetic. Unama bibi ni udi nkomo ensem bi fa wadwen mu a utimi nyam waye bi because sebi onyame ama wadwen na ode ye adwuma ode wadwen ne dwen a at least you get some results bi a adwen na nkasa edibema wo. This is somebody I want Bawumia etu kwan akosirim. Kwabena say empa that's one na yesu onya electric shock no. Se na yedade empa krampo ampa cho foam ne nso yedade.
From no yedade.
Enti say electric e ka foam a ebetimi ashoku nipa amanewu. Na electric no efri wiem eti bulb na bulb electric no a free ceiling ni mu na be talk Kwabena Bobie so na shock no.
In the first place,
at some point almost say no dware.
That was the first explanation.
I feel they almost say no damn pass.
Yeah.
Now say dware heater and a shock no and owu ye. Almost say there be. Almost say dey no okoso light there be till date. And the contradiction came again, said, no damn pass.
Because omu pie no so we no. No on se trouser.
Esa damn pass. No let us on ku dware.
Na why na wiase wo dware o se trouser.
Okay. Anu ye one. Kwabena. The swiftness in yenye na ye ni ensie ni ntem. Look at the speed. I remember everything vividly. Those times, na yene na community. Those times, I remember when the news broke. The way I don't cry my name minua Bakubi Abu. Anya Abu.
Guy Kokoi.
Ebo. Ebo nyasem oja me amento me nsada the first time eja osima pai nani nti koma sansem ni na beba. But I was very convinced to say omo ne kun no say ye ka omo aye rituals pa wa ma yosemu Ghana ha Kwabena Akufuado Bawumia Kene Japan Henry Cote Sankofo no na obi abefro omtimi de wokọ baby krokro mko ya ritual no I mean them ne ho nkonko na ye adwuma nti eya na me dem pa ye na ye den because bibia ni won ma ye no asase so awunya ho asotwen waka moja egu nyankopon be twe waso eya ka che ba omia se onfa ne ma no se ne amanfo de omumma epie no wonfa omunkodi agro e wo bedwam na ye hwe ma wo ye nyame be twe waso nyankopon onfa ho ncha oda waka moja egu utumi nyame otwe aso onfa ne ma no na wawo omo no samira awo omo no sene metimi de me mako playgrounds ko di agro no won fa omo mra de oba ofa bodyguard mra ne ye hwe ba omia ne ma yakopon otwe aso nyame tumi nti
no but ya uni baby a me nwanwa kakawo family no ho no that somebody just walked to a yam this year a funeral grounds requesting say opese mu nyina mokona eka one ne yire any efunu no then you agreed
para unim say sadie we
that is where I have a problem with mama no.
You see, I tell you what, this is a woman that was adamant until some other family members came to speak to her. Also, be she that born any chair and said, "My MP." I mean, that's central. Never underestimate political powers. Never underestimate nipa ubia or your potential somebody in politics. Obetimi ayi bibia obet na nipa kro obetimi akum no for power e dey no ntimi nye se all convince abusua se abusua pani bagi we hye ho na ka kire obusuafo e se mo nsi ho ena eden agbabra se ya frɛ abusua pani ana ya frɛ abusua no bia de hye bia edwin se ono na woka bia ewo mu ya ka kire ne se oh edu this time papa ne maame ne beba Cabo ni Samia Ukuno, that boy, yeah. No? Those boys,
yeah, they did that.
Omo, ena another person, omo ko yes, hadi ni na smooth operators. Oh, no. Smooth operator, smooth operators. What must I say? So, I'm surprised. You are also surprised.
Yes, I believe some political powers.
Mama scenario. Mahama Adams. Ekufo-Addo no mu ane Kamal Dean no ne Kene Japan no mu ya bo pa kokuno. Obi anim se afoko no di na oprobi aye ne bone a na even crowd enti afoko kra wagimi no oprobi aye ne bone na osmia mi nua ansa ankoye ne bone. Misi utie court case na yamde akokot utie maame na ne yire Mahama Adams na yire na utimi se maame no se yeka se oba anim nyansa she's the first I will point me kokot me kunu no baby a yede na yehwe asedagu ni so no na na me dra me ka na me call them na me ko fa gloves share na lawyer no busan se na gloves na e ba kwa na emi no se na one pair just two, yeah, left and right. Na no what to go dada na o se ene woni dem na wonim se de acid begu kunu so ansa na wokoto gloves na ogina ho ahu jimi boy ya na ebebie na no e wo kwa menkroma tikese ya ye nua tikese show so e kan se onu boy ya no won kran ha wo onu boy ya no ogina Mahama Adams nchen na Mahama Adams ka se ya foku e na soma ni nua ne se o meku no onu na yahwe ase dagu ne ho a postmortem report ni so ba ye no yesi wantimi kura mie na no. This is something that is happening in court. Oh, but to give the dog a bad name to hang it, no. Then let's put Afoko in the picture. Nye kwachini nuya ne fa ho mepamo no. Emma party fo hu se eya Afoko nuya Greg ena woye den okoye sa abone no. Hwe se Akufo-Addo nom atimi akwa akose Mahama Adams yire na chi. Tio, wakwese Mama Adams yire nechi. Se wo media dance here wo court in his favor obi ayakum ukunu. Eti we Jimmy we na Kwabena we ayo nwa. E dey no muntimi nye. O masa kon han obi, se nipa kro no e media dance here nto Greg so. E ma nipa kro no kan no say we Greg mintimi nye. Because onim se wo ya busum beku no. What's want to mean yet? And why, okay, case no, we are one of these days.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, they have done a lot of bad things. Who's there? Ken was pointing an accusing finger on your friend is saying, Baumia when it came to Ahmed
Swale issue. Yeah.
Rich was in Kwa. On him.
But see, he was in video.
No, he was in a deal with them. Onu amwana na ye bibia se ni bibia ada mi ankasa madam for me yonko brebo ye friend say je bi dan kwa adu wu ye want say akwai akwa we ye friend say oh akwai owo Akufo-Addo constituency MP atachia o see is a good omen ritualist nkwa. This is someone who is supposed to be a lame preacher. Rituals nkwa no mo ye. Omo to be cause camel no mo na be say constituency we Henry Cote ho omo the excavator to form the a whole camel no mo na she form rituals nkwa rituals kum nipa akwa we kwe otu ne driver no we
or complaining.
Yes, I mean masoma me driver say on kwa Akufo-Addo fie okoya case ho driver ni nim we
Oko fie ho u follow daily graphic report na ekwe otu esuma no enwumre a boy na ama na enwumre no na okọ Akufo-Addo fie ho ko busa nse ne driver no aba ho om se an wa ba fie ho e wonima na obe present ya de kro no okọ the following day omo ehunu no third day enobi efra ikwe otu because no more publishing o daily graphic mu say omo hu ne car no de suma ne driver no wotema efie bi achi omo kwae no atare na ehye no a ikwe otu de suma no no egu car num ne mpabu agum ne safu agum ne phone dem car ne key dem but ni pedua ne bepem ne bapem ne
na oya na wapepa nano te said the only bakrada na abegina ho the battle is the Lord's said that boni hu safo hene ohun se send ye ehwehwanimu Kristo somtie no ohun se ne ba omi ayi eti mi hu sankofo na ma metra radio so anka so wagimi a ya me hu ntome because ohintadu eche obi ehu anyame ehu.
No, but Baumia's silence on this matter is too loud.
Yes. Atoniso. Why hu wie nyi? Atoniso.
Okay, so yes I tema many.
It's not as if say maame no a wo ka say oye a fake mother of Kwabena and wo ka say Senko a fake mother by now come issue statement that's the real mother. What you say? And if my memory serves me right, I remember sir, at some point we were calling on them to speak.
Yeah.
Because it was rumored. It was all over. And until a year more year, Kwabena Bobie no. Na chance say onukra na president.
E wana mebe.
Okay.
MPP mpanimfo bebre ewu ekọ. Adwuma wo mo aye. Wo contribution to the MPP. After all of a sudden, Kwabena Bobie akola we yesi abenya Kwabena Bobie memorial lectures. Yeah, every year no. A big deal my party no. Kwabena Bobie ye dey wo MPP mu. Ni contribution ne say. But a drew Kwabena Bobie memorial lectures no a who say Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ni abre the money they pumping and the way the Christians ninya and nyama JB down kwanokra no omuye memorial service manual lectures manual CK them omuye memorial lectures manual
CK them ono so Nyankopon twa ne ka owuye no na ehum ene enframa enframa pam ni konya nyina na samia wukunom enam no mo hwehwe nkonwa yi na enframa ndi nkonwa na ekọ na yie no moti enframa esa yie no Nyankopon ni twa ne ka
ono kura no mu yenye memorial lectures man why Kwabena Bobie okay so yanzanti ma me no emra quick one me pacho cipher me pese Ghana ni bia
what happened was that fateful Friday na dia be Saturday am ya yi ena ye call ho me maame my brother sojani ena me cousin baako Alex ono so kwa wa Germany ha ena me sister yan last born ni kru misakisi ye any family members na as ye koye ena ono Dr. Bawumia Ansah na ire any MPP sa wo team no eye Kwabena Bobie team na ye Bawumia team no wo so young men ni ade wo so do so kakra kama they also came together with Dr. Bawumia na ire enti ye koye na chese fro no omasiesie me ba no addressing suit abone tie ne white shirt abone tie the white hand shoes ahyehyehye no ne ade socks nti media na chese na enya asem ketwa ya hwehwe me mu meje me ho ba bia enje me gira daka me ba ne ho saa na me bisa nse Kwabena aden why so soon Kwabena aden because he was exactly 30 years and 20 days na edu ba bi no yetete wono no ena one of the boys MPP boys no back maybe I don't know all of them nipa woma minim woma me kai womo pass amia uku na cabo no ena one or two bi so kan ho but others I don't know them ena ba ko sorry ejina ho no mo na osre family no any others na aka na ye omo ankasa nkrofo no doctor senko won fa asem kakra ntu yenim na obesre senka ye nyina ye beko outside na doctor say opese onu nko ane ase ne yire no remain inside ho nti nko obesre senka ye nyina ye ma omo excuse na ye nkwa abontin na menti ase na metwetwe me ho ena say me maame ne Adam family members na omo ebom omo ani kire me say enye hwe me de menti ase na yenko ye pie am omo to aprunum ye pie ma omo to aprunum o ana ka Bawumia na ne yire ene me bani furu nko awo inside ho for about 15 to 20 minutes I don't know but pemne and what na make a say dreams be aya na minya na me hu say enye kwa bibi wom was a man no you know that she be a mesa kwa Ghana honestly speaking because at times one man na answer me see me tima na bibi me so da ye bi na anodin pa me friend me sister ka chen say no mother da ya masuni na ma back wo ha da ya masuni na me ntini me bi ase na me bisa me sister say o kai say asama me catch we yi na me refer me sister say what kai say that day no Bawumia me nyina ye pie eba outside e ma omototo etu pron na ye bia to wono mo na ye fa ho no mo e ko inside no omototo pron mo ma e ka wono nko ane na yire no eni Kwabena furu minim ade a ana asama catch le furu no ana de kra bi kra wo de share Kwabena ho ana wote I don't know me pem ne minim ono pane na yire no na eni ade a omo ye wo ho ono pane na yire no na eni ade a omo ye wo
we de say ye nhwehwemu ye bebi say bia ye nuano muslimi fu amamre e de a ye beti ase
I don't know
ye be nhwehwemu edu ho
ti say osofu bi no Osofo bi na ye friend Isaac no. Ah, oka say me uka isa video no.
Yeah.
Oka ye misa Bawumia ni nanado say. Wo mu no mboja da na fine kosi here. So wo be ka isa video. I was not surprised. I am nwanwa. Because na ya ba ku bi ameso ya. Ato na me wono ma na sa da ye ne besi mitima na me ye ma hye me. Na me nam baabi. Na me kona na ese meti se noise bi ekoso wodan bi mu me gina wodi na mse na ede na ekoso wo hei na ese epon no edan na nipa no soso wo mu no epon no yanto mu ya kan hene ano ase ya kan hene ano kakra ti me gina wa na bibi extrake me se me nko hwa de kra ekoso inside wo me kwaye no sa dan na me se me yi kire me sister Sada na misi mi yichire me sister na ono so kra enti ase. Me ko inside na me hu se eye me ba no Kwabena Bobie. Ana wo hye dem wo no hye shorts pe knickers pe. Ne so se won hye na ye twetwetwa ne busu nyina na se ya pimpam na ya Hausan Troye ne gu ne busu asa Arabic Troye. Anya English, anya yes, Arabic and Troy, and a good busuina, baby, nams. Na Kwabena na we wa. Adentina, ya hwehwe wa ye hu, ti hanom na wo hye. Ana mahwehwe wa mi hu. Ana osia ma, ha na ye dem ya be. What happened was that fateful Friday, na ade e beche Saturday am ya ye. Ana ye call ho. Me maame my brother Sojeni and my cousin baako Alex ono so kra wa Germany ha
asemi yaw enya asem ketua kra o
asem mo
enya asem ketua o
mo bo pa
enya asem ketua kra o
serious
enya asem ketua na ete no okay so I think so osofo no boni din no your friend say what? Isaac. You got any revelations on this issue, man. Now, Samba Adamu says, please, my people, Islam has got nothing to do with this issue, so anyone can fire. Bobie Ansah,
who are Islam out of this. Amen. Question number 1. Bisa Bobie Ansah, bisa omo chwa ne ho hia, na na kufu ado say. Wo okotum ana se wuni okotum tin wo san se okotum de imu na wo Freemason and Illuminati and Baphomet and Awfulus and de hin. Number 3, bisani say one nipa moja ada. Have you drank the blood of a human being? That bisano Bobie Ansah biso mo twa no ho hia sa. Ya tosu bi o san bi san say who the nipa sacrifice about for there, who the nipa ko bi about for there da bisano. Si akoda e pa de kokwa ha bisano. Lan ya tosu nine se nu bisane say sika dollars ne pansel sika yentimi modini no wuntimi kan hu dodo no any gold bars no won suso Dr. Bawumia na na Akufo-Addo ne mu omotwa ne ho hia mo nso mu obi ahye mu fie mu de bi asia na ha she dia me no ya ka se waso odin so obon samba ne ha efiri se nipa na momu ne nya no nipa na momu ne nya no ni din muntimi mo mu se ni din we sensak we ebo ba bi pe yise wo yi wani na udwane umu bia ya soanten wo ma wuwu mama next press conference no ba expose a ebe pie fan party hu It is a party na nkasa wu mbeka ho asem na. Hwɛ. Sire. Mumisa omo sa. Mumisa omo sa. President. There may say where the Baumian Kwana Mumisana, Babia Begubia. Bisani said Baumia was special assistant. He was brutally cold murdered and killed. Was special assistant. Who won this kind? Kun hotel. When the kuno, there be any kuno. Isabemuya. Bisano, Owuyano, enye secret. Esigana nyina. Eko kuno hotel. One second kuno. When the kuno. Then you could be Sabonia. Bawumia ti ase anka ya na senkenye. Keye. Menyu ekura. Sa. Yeah, press conference ba kono. Me kan bibi wo. Me say Mumuni Bawumia Oyubia. He doesn't fear God. Onsuro the Almighty God. Otufo Nyankopon onsuro no. That. And then me kan ba kono me wai ho kakra. Me sansu bibi ahye ho.
Ara, when say impempi no. Sɛ nsɛm sɛ bi wɔ hɔ a na ɛkɔyɛ ntoma katadeɛ so a ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ mesrɛ because there is nothing under the sun a ɛna adi nipa mmienu koraa tumi ka sɛ wei deɛ ma ne nka yɛn nyinaa yɛn ntɛm
Dabi.
yɛn mmienu yɛn ntɛm
Woyɛ dɛbɛ ba.
na mpanimfoɔ bu beebi sɛ nka nkyerɛ obiara no ɛho dansidie yɛ aduɔsonson nti mimi na epo committee wi ase mini secret adeɛ bia this me say menka because enema bi wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛka me tirim di akɔwuo a memma dasani bia nte da ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ yɛ secret
Obinim.
that word secret no it is only there for the purpose of adwene a wadwene a wɔn kan yɛ
Yenso nkyɛ obi nim.
ɛno no sɛ yɛka sɛ secret a ɛyɛ tirimupɔ bi a wabɔ a wonte ho nkyerɛ obi a once wobɛte ho akyerɛ obi no it ceases to be a secret. Na once a ebi a ɛnyɛ wankasa na so ɔse kan mu de kokun no na ubɔ dasani bi amaneɛ ne to kɛsɛ ne hyehyɛ ho kwa apam di wobɔ hyɛ so sɛ ebi a mɛma ɔtɛfa wo so de ani sɛ ubeku nipa kro no. There is nothing under the sun you can hide as a secret. Anunti sɛ ɔmo ya no mo yɛ mɔbɔ paa yɛ saa class of politicians no ɛyɛ no mo yɛ me mɔbɔ. But Kwabena, do you know they are the first to ever want to call people to the table of morality discussion? Yeah. Oh, and about me, I'll tell you what happened. I was chief imam ho oye maulid no.
Yeah.
Wouldn't some go see presidential days, eh? Chese Bawumia ba. Blue one, no.
Yeah.
The anniversary one.
I saw it.
Almost see. Bonnet. Oyenti. Nyankopon yi. Ninsa free so. He is walking like a curse. Unim ne first now, yeah. Islam any kwan so obi aye bi da. I was running. I will give you the relevant quotations. You say me person your man kan. Quran there answer na obeso no. You must have performed ablution. Just say hu ni fin. And na wu kodi tro. And na Quran no so say ade wani wei ehun ye no. Eni hu adanse ye. No so Quran no say you and I were not there. That was the beginning of his curse. Eye no me a wono self-inflicted no me. Na kwabra womo aya ma akwete say onye obi a uye good liar, you cannot be a good politician. So obeka ya ba omi e ba foforo no say we onim politics here. Onim kasa. Then he had to master the craft. And omode ne ko ne nam sa enro ne sa nsuman ne sa ne omanioma ne so no oye na okoso a na oye kwamna sene omo chire se ayese one ne kwa ne yire ne kwabna funu hye dem no.
That is where I have a problem.
Apart from so we are ritualists. Then na kwose baby we pathologist. Enti ba omi o pathologist.
Sesiana ana Samira odwafunu. Sesiana imam pani bi send me niema kakra bi. O say in their world no. Malam for world no. Say eka obi pese ka one efunu nko a, which means waye efunu no boni bi your person wo kana no tum ti odi ade hye num e kana no tum sebe ya wo mo mbekwa akoya bisa e wa akire no, they can never find anything, because you can't even assess the spiritual being no to communicate with that dead. On say yo say ukwa adwira yo krobia omo frɛ sumai maneba. Sometimes you go, you try to assess person bi o omo busa, do you want to talk to the person?
Saman frɛ
omo busa se o person oni nipa no akasa.
Yes.
And I say and then nkasa ma. So person in pan kasa the na so na sesiana imam no descend me say in their world they do it, that they be why nipa no boni bi, and you don't want anybody to know, you don't want even ni sunsun so be reveal the actually will be, and obi akwa meka ne nkwa na wa force bibi into nenum no akana no atum. And that's it. And one no nyadia obi abetimi aye ho bibia bio. So
oka Kwabena no tumu a no aka ne maami anu atum. Maami ne kwa ni ti na ye.
Ba on ti Ghana.
Ya ba ni ti na ye. Wenum na on ti Ghana o ma Ghana da.
Amo mutum so mon clear no.
Ni ti na ye. Wenum so mo ye. Oh, sometimes because where Kwabena to me on any san your manual say and penny for can to me asem na unim the background of say a kwanya fa soji to me ne your manual say o ma me kura fa ne kogye a say e kase for accounts e ho aso twen
se sia na obi e prompt me, and I hope say am for mutie be boy. Okay, say 2015 2016 another thing they did across the country. Omukumun kramaisa.
Abronye na neye.
Omukumun kramaisa. And omukumun kramaya video see so.
Live video.
Omu de ko nsuo ho. Twagu nsuo. And everybody thought they were joking. All right. Then later no yehunu say wuntumi ne nkrofo bi kɔ abuo bi ho walking bare chested.
No ye talency by election no. Na omo call talency.
Ne just proud to 2016.
Yes, it was also in connection.
Yeah, because omo kɔ no omo kɔ ya saa de ne say omo de kɔ bompa. And I Pastor Kwame mo osa wuntumi no picture no. De no ma ro mo no. More no. But mo when more Kennedy Kwame see about that. Kennedy raised issues about Bawumia involvement. Yvonne Ando says, yes, the body was silenced, tied spiritually. So that even say, Kwabena Bobie no person revealing which obia na the crowd. But I'm so on my many with the Arabic West now also who so oma gu ne bosono. So on my meno where say BB extraordinary bi enye normal akoso. But listen
alright. Unjuminum picture nini.
You have it. You have it. Fama Kwame. Mo enkrama ni videos no. Moma ye bi. Kroma aye deja pa. Deja. Confessing I say yes, the woman had a clear vision. Yeah, very clear.
Clear.
Onyane clear. Onyadiane clear. Onyadiane clear. Too clear. Onyane clear. Onyadiane no. Yeah, okay, so you go take the Japan on Ahmed Swale and Bawumia a link. Or the man you go to Ahmed Kennedy Japan on Ahmed Swale. And I think at this
credibility.
I can't say 10
announce credibility ben.
Okay.
Credibility ben announce you. Ahmed Swale. Woman amuchro 10 cents of a year in support of Bawumia. Where vice president. He is the head of the police council. And they know the killers. I didn't know Mumekai. And I'm no bishop. Now, so we are buying national security. Munim Obia Okum Ameswela. That's just a Muamunimo Jumai. And we are 10 cents of Canada Japan. Kwasi Nyantachi. And now, Anas said before away, he's been exonerated from Anas case here. I didn't know the Kwasi Nyantachi.
Okay.
You don't believe this? Anas credibility.
I can't say 10
Anas credibility ben.
Okay.
Credibility ben Anas yo. Ameswali. Woman amuchro 10 cents of a year in support of Bawumia. Where vice president. He is the head of the police council. And they know the killers. I didn't know Mumekai. And I'm no bishop. Now, so we are buying national security. Munim Obia Okum Ameswela. That's just a Muamunimo Jumai. And we are 10 cents of Canada Japan. Kwasi Nyantachi. And now, Allah said before away, he's been exonerated.
This is another revelation from Kennedy Japan that with Ahmed Swale, Bawumia, and I know Oka Day, I don't know, but also they know the killers. Omom Kokum Swale no.
Yes.
Bawumia, any those people, Kennedy, like they know, omunim. So this is another revelation.
Alright. The MA, I was sending you when they say, according to say, Canada Japan is trying to feel obetimi a year no so ni free. What you say? Because
you said the oil no.
Yes, because akwa say mama ya bomi din boni ache just to protect momo dignity. But many mu nyina na ye.
Yeah.
What you say?
It is a some pepper swing nada kasi boy gentle han na day ya baya ye jinam say langard. And smile ya bunu kocho ya de bebre wo man emu nkomo ba
ene dai kopie mu Ghana mra shebedwe fie hohuru ya nkasa ni nyina ne sa ne kwaku afiri ye wono na ye wosoafo a wo hwe ya tena ye abodie mu nyansa pe ene abefo kwa first ready di dwuma wotra se wosoafo wo na hwe apomuden wo sam so wo se wodi gina pen bi esusu dua bi emma NHIS kwa befa so edi wo dwuma fa ni sika fam a wo se ento asomu kura
enkwara akwatro BC 2023 amutifia mutie kase ebo na nwumre awa akra fam so monhya se mfa monsa wu muti na monsu adan ne entiate sa ne se filabia yensa ka kire se nipa dodo beburu oha ne akire munyina da kro no amobo ye wonso heri mu examination mu practice nti ya twetwam papers mu
Ekwabi Ansah bayasi awamo eye ebane se yatena ye ehu dwumadi environmental protection wamo ekyere se abanhwe na environmental protection regulation 2022 ne fabino wasakra mu
se beya petrol fan oyi ehun kwa atwe na enema nyina bekoyi ama droba fo ne yusu petrol nyina nti na energy ministry wamo de sisa ahodo bia gwa kwamu ayese wamo de behabo amasa petrol global crisis no yatimi atatu se pain
ena de yakra court ekwa setna dancing ya wotoso so ewo kokobodo nsem nim ekire say little bit liquid fertilizer ho aba asem a ayetwema mentwe wo court no wakire se wonyi ni da sadia University of Ghana suapon eya hwehwemu de beto abonte se na ho den enu de akuafo ni ya no wase wonyi ni se eno ene wono no edi ho adanse ma akuafo no
wala tala fra onyanko kachani seja kwako no asoko kwako na himfia wei ene sima foforo bi na nwumre wo betie e wono nsia brem kase yi aso na yaba ne soso de ensam no ya de mawo na mom ne da wo hunie ene nwumre CMDC ka chedio promotion utie kase ya moda wo benya ska bo amosuom utie kase ya moda wo benya ska ade ahobotom ni nyina ne safa fo ni sesia Star 413 hash step to choose Accra FM. Enkwati sa somro fi badjo no krama benya ne dabre. Enkwati sa kase bebe na wie ya no. Ubenya sika dia gufo so na de bia bo ho safene. Kai na wuri se wiase. Krombe oda enwa ni ubotom. Abwata tia betwa sua na mabaso emekweta ye tinie.
Heart Builders Real Estate se won sase a woton no eho dwopa etitutumi kana kwakwaje wodie police ni redro ne yimbu saba meche ko ne padua ni ma eboa ehye nkwam wa ebo ne padua no ban ne kutupa emo mutimi ebo ho ban ankasa motasis ni powder and ne spices aba maduane ene na ma wode kaduane ho aye no aye da ankasa fada matine ba me chebo ne mane se roma fa de dro no evitkom ha wo wa person stroke na bon kaya edra ye kan fama wa no CNG sika chede promotion no so eda so a ewo ho ema wo na sie de dia ba bebom eye weekend bonanza na efia da bia ye che wo ma for 100,000 Ghana cedis a nipa ba ko bia benya 6,000 Ghana cedis etia na de ho ahyemu na ene nso enwume kwa ebeche osika entia na de ho ahyemu abusu enwume koi adama ene enwume wo mo sango agu ye meti so am ye sinkonya na ye de no si abrem kase na enwume die ye de ababa som enwume ye tena se akenkanfo abena nyako abrono mamene
Kachire Kwabena Bobie baby and then you pray ya just say amen some mun come na ya bro one story one video one story one picture kwa ku yuji ba watina sia ko ni mu o hwefo ni ye buso afeye ntisim
wa ba tere Accra FM ya mami
yama munyina kwa ba yatia simu na dai yama ne ne fila ya saka kire se wo ye Ghana ni na tikasi utifie tie kase boy ana utika mu kofie ana fempo na ufiafuom ba na wala sisi ukọ ho ma wuti Accra kase a hyase fa se buti na hyase se wusu adan a sika ya hwe kwan se no na mpanifo a kire se ababo mama Ghana economy no agira na so pintin saka pintin na yatimi agira na so abo adwuma se konkomo afọ agya wo mahu esan se menu bieru nyina ya adwene se economy bi atete price kontebe ye wo bato no fa kura hyem nyama nyina agigya na se bayu Ghana betimi agira na so no kwase ne se Kenoforia tade na pamfo abai ani economic management team ni na komotuma bachiri mu o mampani akufo de diani mu emprepre o me de Ghana kwakwashe IMF asibio International Monetary Fund bosian de yakwaje se baye betimi dia so me yesi kasam no asene efi prom de sama ni mo beto abante no Ghana fo bebre twetwe abai pa esan say say wo do ano do nyira ebi wo brana Ghana mampeni da John Mahama tie dwaso na Ghana ko IMF sopa no mampeni John Mahama de Ghana ko IMF enu atoto aman no amemu bone ama wantumi amfa kwatanya nkwan wei waso betimi adi aman so na enkwada totonfe wa babies with sharp teeth small little boys kontra radio so TV so di mampeni da John Mahama tam ubedi obi atema bole bamboy metro 24-hour economy man ana ubedi na tam kwada ya amfa boga anya swan kwada small boys kontra radio station bi di papa ya tam left right center sana ejuma na form sana mu oden wana Ghana for se so mon sano mama mpani akufu ado baye ansana mama mpani akufu ado beba boy hakesie wono wan fa Ghana nko IMF da kana for reata na ka semi jeyiri mu ase wiase economy nyina no wana ti ase Ghana will not go to IMF. Ghana under my rulership cannot go to IMF. Any idea me mo sha omonsa abusia ani da bi and wa de Ghana ekosha IMF ye bu so am sa da ya wa mo sa da mu hu ya na quadruple hwam ya unity no mu hu ye Ukraine Russia after COVID-19 atiasim no mu hu ye wa de Ghana kakra kosha IMF na sika ya kwa president sabeka no wanim dada na ya 3 billion United States tropical dollars sa sika no sani ya sheshetia no nya de beba bombum etina sa banka kakra obroni se in tranches nya de kan first tranche na dia ba $600 million sika iba yempo asama dwom emei esa asia bontonton sansan tiatia mu se o man panya ku for sika mu bedi sika na se ado dika mu fa sika no mo bosia wo mo fa nya adwuma na mfa so beba so no wo mo dia ye Ghana yie o man panya ku for se ehene ha mo nkwa no manum yam de ya ji sika no dia to account um ye ni ba bia se sika no kure nam ade on di sika no aye poten kura ye nim sani o mai tia no sa na tie bibi hu fro bia meka ho abusuya si ye di $600 million na wio si ye nim yo na ye di da so sanki en sabe sanka another tranche $600 million biem na sa $600 million no ye ho kwa sanka obubu abusunya yesimi ne na watwe di kan no a ekono esanka sika itimitim na so bibia amakwa esanye ma hodo abisi ano ena mpedifo di tu dwase eka hodo a omaidie ya di ama hodo se parish club ana fei China no ne ade no okeka ni nyina bamu a it amounts to 10.5 billion United States tropical dollars na sana second tranche ne beba no e wasa bayin ni economic management team na fei finance ministry wo mutumi ba modene ene sa aman kwatra sisi nkonwa e dada wo mkeka nsemi gu amasum se yesre mu ada se ma mamu a ade ayeyen etinkaka no montete to so mayen mo maye haircut ani ye kura ne haircut be se 40% e wa ka ye de na so ansana IMF hu sa fe de kwam da ho yon ento betimi sika ya mayen wo ma pra bo bia be wa prampa abufia nkosi aga emprempra ya kasai sa hyehyɛ am ne countries ahodo ni nyina ayo no antumi amam enam so ama sesei mission chief for Ghana Stephanie Rodet what the International Monetary Fund hon wa free ba ono ye mission chief ya friend Stephanie Rodet what ya to bia kyerɛ mu sɛ ensiasia ni nkonyasia Ghana mpadifo ani ama ahodo so no mkosi ye sɛ nko mu tutu ka no antumi ankoye enti mprempra ya kasai nya dia second tranche betimi ababra ye hwekwan yi mu wey your how can see pa Madam Stephanie Rodet DNT pa na sika no mpesa mdama ya mo say ankoye.
What is really needed at this stage is what we call financing assurances. The nature of those financing assurances, you will remember at the time of the program approval, was a general commitment from the official creditors to provide relief consistent with the program parameters. We are now at the first review and we need progress, and so we're moving from a general commitment to a specific credit commitment on the terms. Specific terms of the debt restructuring, and so what is needed at this stage is an agreement between the government and the OCC on those specific terms. For the external commercial creditors, based on the IMF policies, what is needed, it remains the same than what was needed at the time of the program approval, and it's just making sure that there is progress in the sense that the government continues to make good faith efforts with those external commercial creditors.
Oh, you are Stephanie Rodet, and I would say, "What be some no was here sana IMF executive board no one be approve my second tranche of the money no aba and no be can one S&P Ansah $1.2 billion but anu anya ma idie still $600 million first tranche na aba we are ho some at the more on my Ghana ezan sabe o me ba bia ne nam no si Ansah nkasa am wano a aje kumti asia kwa no yesamai na wawuo sika first tranche ba ya kura ye hu ba bia nyama nam na second tranche entumi maye na die kwa kodro so my financial analyst Patrick Babankwa adwane ye ni kodi komo watisika samwase ankasa de wiase bati buruku so ni pesen na obi ncha mo ti ade a ye nkwa ne ncha ni kodi komo ye wa Patrick Babankwa o ye financial analyst anwere mo adwo mo akwa abakra kase so ni
meya mejo so pa
ya da sese waje so anyi ho bre ne ya tia ne se $3 billion ikaya ya kwa akopri second tranche yesenka ba November bre mu ano anya de a ebetumi abesa se nkonwasi awdo bi a enei anko yiye nti ama abu akam ne di kan eya ni jasam enya de esa Ghana fo ya dwene ho ana esa ya deso a esa eya ntam ye ko mu bra ya te sa semi
adia Ghana ni bia sebe the economy or should ni share now per se nyama etumpo kroman mo ese asem we are abetu jana ese we better say ma ya word kakra say IMF share ya that's why Ghana ye disu kakra no adia ye hwe say bitimi ma the economy na akofom no ebe ni mu pesa afija biom na sesa ni mu peja no say IMF edi enim na yetiminya enya skaka omebe hye omani mu nti sa 3 billion ya IMF ne yake enu mu na ebi 600 million apadada na IMF hye no ya odisike bi brewa na so no wo ye hye ya ya owo conditions bi odi to one mo the conditions bi on mo ebi o ma obitma agumu ni dikan but le to aso be cho se bia we won ye ya nya wo pese me be ka ho no emba nti wo hwe nsema betuja enena na ye ni tia say 1st July ya nka second tranche ya IMF for a promises say come ba share your economy ni mu nakaba but omo de tuja o tie omo from August ne ba ka say ade ba ko betimi atuja ma omo matimi di second tranche na ban say ye external debtors omo a ye di omo ka omo fi Ghana hanmo ebi ye amanaman we bia China ne America for and as the companies bia omo dum sika bi se kroman ma e bredu se be ti omo sika mo no sika ehu ekwa 78 minti ano ye no mo trust na yi nkonya na e mo agreement bia so mo gituma asana IMF e sika na ba but to share for the last 3 months na IMF e pa chen say sa nkita udi na e sa external creditors no ya trust sa no enche dan ko enim sa ne chen say amafo no omo nche dan di tumu say ebia arrangement a Ghana by percent no mo ye no omagia to no mo jintum ebu on ma omagia to but because amai ebu ma omo parliament some contract no mo to saba no e dey bu also board say board ni hia na ojituma na omaka si Ghana nti hia mda betu enim no ya ja to na ye jintum no e na ma second tranche of IMF sika ka ye ni December 1st of November yi etima bedu enu na IMF in pay form of kroma no of that to ya na opo no
ya ba kwa chire me mu ada ho pa ba de bisa ne se o maybe to say China recent reporter by ma ye nyina ye nim sam ye te se o ma dia tu sam ne abani besi nkonwa na afei negotiations be se kom na enkonwasie o mo to adwene a ne be ye mo mate ase na nka ye setimi aka subsequent tranches no ye setimi aka na afei de ba ne sana ye so nchine boto na esu abure ye kwa ye mu adie ntina afei de o matena se ana wo mantumi adwian kwa benkrom na o mampere so ebetimi abase o masa ahirigidie wo kwan a abana fa so toto ne mamu anasa de en
o se o mind bi edi obika lasa o mind no o be se e kana o de no o ne wo ye hihye fufura e bi e ka de e betretim kakana ebu o ma ya e process je se enye prekope si ebia ye fa se Ghana na ebia o mind bi Isika wana omudi kana epese no menje ya ebianka finance minister and the cabinet budget to asabi akọ parliament budget to asaksa go back to cabinet asama approve into to bia san hye na chana for ye no mo ye no eye process e bo ma wate ase ebia finance minister na ate ase by so ko decide hye no ko to aban nanim na aban to gitu ansa na ebia ma travel Ghana say hye abudi to yi ye gitu ma na ye gitu nti saa nkita wudie no na ya ebu a edile kaka sisi a ehwanko ba asema ye kan wasemi ebu oso ebu a o kan se bia e kan me 40% wadia to but when 24 ko kasa e no se bia 40 no esa ana wosro nti mu ko negotiate wo fro e no so tima process no so edile nti negotiations e basic asemu a enya preko pesa obi a pese ne ho no o protect no in the negotiation nti o hwese ebia sewe makodi ohun bi ebia emboa bia sab kata le so sign agreement so sign obeta ba che bi wa bisa say e dey na be ma ya fa nti bigidi say ebia na chana fo no o ma saba etia be say ebia che na ebia Ghana ba ne amoye no ebia be bi won ma ye ntere tun kakra han mo jitu ma mo jintu no in that discussion so no eno so delay a IMF sika ye kan ye no so be delay.
Wow, na sa delay a sa o man no if you saw them pana ebetumi e dia brain already ye nyina nim say yete a whole lot of economic hardship passe as say ye nya hu ni ene Mexico ye nim say this very month finance minister be come Russia be fie na the last budget if say supplementary budget and a media review budget be a ho amehia where could be the last budget and another last budget I just say e be ha bo am economy na ye if you saw them pana ebetumi akofa already amanfo bebra no dam one ma omu projects akamu ayanye one ma omu chesi esi dwoma mom emfie du mienu ni ato na yentimi nyaye abanu so hye bose ongoing projects ahodo nyina no this is the time afei odi na ni besi so ayo eja ye bembe elections se sika yentumi ama possible repercussions no ebi ni say
ni dikane se sika ya amba first of all confidence omo sika okruma no investors or more confidence now that confidence about perform. What you want best for the last 5 months or so, every IMF and start say who say almost from external credit rating agencies to say Moody you know almost started pay Ghana and Mukaka Sabia Ghana Yahoo in the Pasukaka because don't mean IMF share about the query. The moment that almost started we say Sikana Epesepano and by you know it means a Ghana Moon GD ever perform. The more na Ghana mu GDL perform no the more na investors omo do sika be kroma no mo e ma mu bebe adwuma mebu benye adwuma no sa sika na omo famba because omo nya nkrahye wo kroma no na edi kan sa perform so nya nkrahye wo kroma no ma na ye cedi dollar na already na e wo so kakra no e be sa check perform bebe don't forget say afibia say ye ko Christmas a we said dollar na ho de ne cost no ese cedi no sisi asa issue ya abati see e ma confidence no akofom ama akofo ebre e person be ko $2 because of me say bia sika ke hwe ni say Ghana sika na ho de ne be ko so no sika ni nyamba e nti mu say Ghana cedi no wa ke better start say e bio because confidence no e perform the toss bio inflation better pay that mu bio abai ye say bia sika ya e be e bio ko she pusu jo me bi odo ko bibi a bi to abo mai ni mu a the fact is can amba no it means abai no e so ko pay sika fi bi no that code put juma o de tia kitua for ejuma musika that be obi nyan the treasury market the bond market no it one more about for say o ko pay can be one more the more na buy so ko pay can be one no na say rate na o de mama for o mo to treasury rate no cost the rate so cost e just say minimum ye ko ji loan so banka e bond be cost the loan so ko e bond cost na check say imamu e ka be di more o kruba no nti IMF can there amba padia minimum ya ye ho betre pa economy no be di more because nyama market nya e ade a minimum no e affect your pocket e affect eduma de bia fu obo beto akosro because dollar na akosro ine ni say fu a ye to kruma no ne to su pa e ma ne cost pa e dollar in say confidence akofom na dollar e bo no be cost right ni say e bo a ye tia e to fu no so be cost fu obo so cost right bibia okruma nya so cost o ko market nyama be cost o ko sa do bibia nyama be cost o kra nyama fra brochi so ba ni bo be de nti miya I be say de enya ade a Sabai Edmia rectify in Tema, a bit midi Asujaba Kumano.
Udo so sika semu ko siasia mantiasia bam. Financial analyst. Udin the Patrick Babankwa. Anyway, yada was say, a breast semu yeba unchebio. Patrick Babankwa, financial analyst. Omiabe who say, I have Sikano, second tranche na ma. And ya Ghana ya how no, a be aggravate. A be guaba ho, na dia tiasi mpo, ye hunuso, nansama, and your boy ye.
Abusia ya to asam ne so ade amamo eye nwume no si abem kase akra 100.5 so na wutie no ye ne affiliate stations afa information centers awodo Facebook live eye akra 100.5 a wo hwe bia wo sa etie bie ye bo ransom foforo ma ye gina mu e wo Ghana mrahye bedwafie wo sofa wo hwe atena ye abode mu nyansape abafo kwan fa so di dwuma ne kwan fa so esesai ye de adwise sai bibi na ye de eba enkwam wo environment science technology and innovation Minister Owura Kwaku FEA ena wade atodwa wache se ne de kopie mu Ghana mrahye bedwafia waso for shop omuden won sam so eye Owura Kwaku agimamenu ne nsam a wakokan ya wache se ane SSA NHIS National Health Insurance Scheme apomudi si achi ban ewo wo ma Ghana mu no esika ya de ebo ho bra no yetimi ete so se de be ya de be hye wo ma ya kwa mabo sika nim ne fa bi esan se ye nyina ye nim se nche bia no ya de wo so afo hwe sika sam so wo de budget ne de atwa to kwakwatom edwa ewo emrahye bedwafia afie besi mu no ekra de na sa kwa mabo sika budget hu asema na meka ya just Kwaku agimamenu de no de ekoso nyina no kwam sense danye nasem awo so fa wo sha pomudi mu sam so aka be ka bia ma NHIS for no wo mo na akwa ka se di yesusu dua bi ye kapo ye di susu dua bi to so se de be ya wo mu sika no mu ntimi enni emro pepeso bi se de be ya sika nka se ye de gba pomudi wo bra wo mem no ye de be kwa support budget na no ena anye Owura Kwaku afiye eda wo ka se o we ye silly idea pa na wo pani mu so na wo kasa se no wo chese da bi kasa sakra ye wo memu nye na watwe ya na renal unit wo kolebu abaya resabia ye ka ho sem a ye bie hweli pankwa be se bosumi numa omutumo wo meti na nanom se ni na eye wo mo sabo ehun hawa no wontimi enkonko da dialysis so treatment no dialysis treatment no so wo kolebu abaya resabia wati na nanom se da nkon wasem enyaw ATM Owura ni ebufu ye pa ma ne ye twema mentwe na ni na ne se ne wo so afo yi na chese wo mo atwe ni yididi so nkopie mu wo mrahye bedwafie na wonfa o me ye bana pomuden wonsam a wonfa enkoto dwani titu kwa ne de na mo so a kolebu abaya resabia renal unit ni wo mo aboka 4 million chopable Ghana cedis a eno afi kwa na mrahye bedwafie timi abaye titim krata sisi e wo ma sensan ya esa aka no kwa no abaye ba befa ama kolebu renal unit ni kwa mo timi edi dwuma sisi wo ma bie ne no ma bie no kwa no wo mo eda so a ejiska eso de wo ma fo na se enka ya sabu ya de no ebo wo bi se ya patabre no ano no ya no eno ano no timi nya rebio ni sika nyina wo de be sa no ho yare eti senke de she NHIS nim kwa kebebua eno wasam na ye ka no na wo opanim a wo hwe apomde wo sam so wo ka se ye sika kwa de ehwe NHIS no kwa no ye mani si studio na chese wa ka se ye kwesa se sa sika no a ye de be support budget no ye de be kwa so budget no ma mu ni budget ni na na se akoma bosika no asene no wo se eke de boa e de so renal unit kra asene anase omo a ewa kidney hu nsensam no wo mo dialysis process na wo mo ekomo no ye de so ase a wo se enka be boa pa na ye ni nka entie wo so afo shop mo de hu sam so ni sam no sade mrahye bedwafie wo de tu dwa Kwaku FEA e man show down.
Speaker, it must be noted that currently patients on dialysis are not on the National Health Insurance Scheme. So, Speaker, the Kwabena Teaching Hospital, in consultation with the Ministry of Health, has initiated discussions with FMC for review of the current contract for more flexible payment options and a more structured supply of consumables to avoid excessive delays and to ensure delivery of the outstanding 45 dialysis machines and auxiliary equipment to boost the service being rendered. So, Speaker, in the meantime, the RDU has been open to the public since Monday, 6 November 2023, to add patients as directed by the Ministry. The MOH has since made a request to the Ministry of Finance to settle the total indebtedness for the 4 million Ghana cedis. And the good news now is that the Minister for Finance has just approved the disbursement of this 4 million to support our patients in Kolebu. To forestall the recurrence of this unfortunate situation, the Ministry, in collaboration with Kolebu and the Minister of Finance, considering one of the following options: the possible increase of dialysis on the National Health Insurance Benefit Package, the grant of subsidies based on proposal received from Kolebu, and the possible review of the tariffs to ensure sustainability of the service. And Mr. Speaker, it's very interesting to know that the private health facilities charge between 800 and 1,300 Ghana cedis for just a session of dialysis.
Abusiani ayeti ye waswa for sharp omodin wonsam so ewo wa maga na mu kwaku age my menu wono aso na yemra she bedwane de mane manfo a wo doma central baton pesu aso bro a half mantamu wa maga na mu na ni nyina mu no yenkotie ensam no sade waswa for sharp atena ye abode mu nyansa pe ene abefo kwa efa so edi dwuma wo rua kwaku afiri a wono so yesahwi wi so abaton pesu aso ma she bedwane sade wo tutu bi amane wo pani a wajaza a na wo pani pa wo beka sa se ye ti bibi so a na eye NHI sika na ye te so wa bra sika no se sika mo de be bo apomuden wo bra wo ma mu kra no se biburu so a ese etumi ade boa e ma wo manfo wo sa abo ho aka no e ko dialysis ni free ana se bibi ete sa it was so pani ni small kind no anto asumu back kra.
I belong to a ruling government, but the fact that they are capping health insurance to go and do what we call budget support, I find that to be a very silly idea. Because most jurisdictions, when you are taking money, taxes, levies, the first thing that you support is health. You understand? But I'm not too sure whether we should even use that money to even fund health insurance, because like I'm saying, for insurance systems, that's why I say it's complex. For insurance systems, you are looking generally for a cure or something, especially in developing countries. When we don't have a complete action on malaria, on onchocerciasis and all those, diseases. So I'm not too sure whether the funding should come even from under health insurance. There should be a dedicated funding. But I can imagine it depends upon the numbers. If those who are eligible for dialysis, if say the amount they mentioned, 4 million Ghana cedis only, then it can be taken under insurance. Then I have no equivocation. But that is where the question arises that then the finance minister should not cap health insurance levy. When they say capping, it means he's taking a certain percentage to go and do budget support, which I find very unconscionable. And in any case, that wasn't the thing why Kufo style.
Any ayeti eye ora kwaku afiri ye ana se ene wonmunyafo kwaku afiri ye wono esinima fo na mu sehwe yo so abaton pesia so no anso na ye woswafo a wo hye atenaye abode mu nyansa pebe fo kwan a ye fa so di dwuma ene se wuse sai adwen ade bibi aba enkwamo environment science technology and innovation na ni na mu no wato asa wato se ane wono kwa NHIS no kwa de se de bibia na de ani a kire wono ma ye pese nka ntontom ka okura na wo kwa asupite fa ho ka no wo kire se a ya se Ghana ye de wo ha egu NHIS no dodo kwa na ka be hu behia e be boa kura nka organize labor say kwa mun contribute wa mun timi enso apomodin si achi ban na se 2.5% wa mo snit no social security scanner wa mo etua no wasinka yenyim wo hama bupan eye mienu ene ekire numu ne emfa enso NHIS na wasinka no beboa na chense bibia yesi NHIS emfa woka wa mo so wa mo niska wa mo de fire de woka.
If you take organized labor, for example, people Ghanaians do not know that the monies we touched was 2.5% of their SNIT contributions. So the net effect was that before health insurance, they didn't pay anything. Of course, health insurance was not in the bill. But after health insurance too, their take-home pay was guaranteed the same. So if you were paid that time 300 cedis, when you even after the introduction of health insurance, you took away 300 cedis. We took 2.5% of their SNIT contribution to fund health insurance. The question then was that the SNIT regime could also be collapsed. So we made a government guarantee in the law that in the event that it affects their benefits and it will collapse the Senate regime, government will come to their rescue. It hasn't never happened. What it meant was that the Senate and their boards were having a free ride on Ghanaians, and it was borne by our research. What did I do? I said that organized labor, that's the workers, they should be made to pay some small lump sum in addition to their snating. It's about time we introduce that. Because at that time it wasn't politically correct to take any other monies.
When for Kwaku every year, Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation Minister Nisam Enono.
Ayo imredo siya bram kasia bona ya de mamwo e wa 100.5 FM so ya ji kro na boso na nyumrei na nyumrei ani je sema wom nie akra kasia nkwa na wuti esa che oska sika na ya chawo no e kame esa de wuhyem nkwa de abenya bi na sane ye bomo wane da no adua da bla da ukwa da ya wada fiada mo be consistent na che se dani de nyina no mo be fa mo MTN phone no *413# na step 2 matu so akra from no sa ya ne dwada now yana ebnada e de peso ukuada asan de peso ya wada na fiada o de boswa e de watwa ufo ma na tonkwam na chese udi be ba sha link nim se wo fiti dwada kwesi fiada no wo de hu shemu enti afei ye be wuro ama udi akwasha link nim wo na wo be sa fata se sika 56,000 Ghana cedi system million yetime de wade no unsa be ka bi eti pamto sa wo ya no ukuada nra e na ya won so san ye ena ya so awo ya no nsa betimi akesika 500 Ghana eko ebi mbanya 200 ya chemu free bi mbanya 1000 ena ya cheska enipa mako 450 across Ghana mauna mato mpepe nipa be 250 ana omu gina so 200 na aka no ye chemu kesima be se dua sane ye be cheska no mana moto akra kase engona
Wabatere akrasa ya mami
yampem so ne na niani afeye mmowura enso hwe nsamwo Ghana fo nyina anim se enche akra na ya mai ya wofa asefo yi ene anuanum nkumai akwatro nso hwe wei ye JSS fo no wo mo nso hwe no wo mo tro no West African Examination Council WAEC ene hye sa hwe ndi ma wo mo nso hwe ne de friend BEC ebi mo nso friend Becky Basic Education Certificate Examination abuja enye izio sanso wana ngwala no kwatro ye no ezu sanso na ba kwada muti akra kasi anyumre frɛ unu ya na ka kire so mra metie na yɛ sen so hɛ no ɛho sunsanso na nya ba bonten atani ata mutie bi o mama shop nim mutie avedie makwatro wi o ɛho sunsanso na ba kwada nketenkete na mu wi Jesus na nsɛm mu nam krom na chingo ndamanum you have completed Jesus yes media mia nimpere wasam ha ezu sanso na ba no adayamo mutie mu nsam abusuani ho nyina ne sen so na ngwara ne kwatro ye no akuntagu kakra wa ho ne se wode be kwatro nyina no dodo ye empima hansia ne hankono 600,900 candidates na emema na wamu ye empima hasa 999 300,404 emma na wamu ye empima hasa 919 300,496 na schools a wamu di wamu kodom kwatro so eri nyina participating schools no wamu so ye empimu du nwotwe hankora di economy ensa 18,993 schools ana kwatro ye na rawosam ne ni jesem kakra pepiemu ana ya ahokasam ne se what my kwatro ye say na what my sabe wamu wo edam die kakra wo mani ho visual impairment no wamu ye aduonum ensa afom so ana wo aso de wamu ye besa ahasa aduosiansia ana wamu so ana wamu ye special educational students no wamu ye besa aduonum n9 na centers mako empimienu oha adua Samsung 2,137 centers across the country and wo tron so heri nyina ewia simpani se pam no twam no kwanchan sorodo afedie ezusan so nyina anya babonten yentu ama ne nwa yenori mu asuko na ne ntia ehwo beyin se yedori mu asuko ne se enkra beka yensa kire se o ye twitwa so heri bi mu ana yasa de yensa so akurakura bi mu yahui hodu bi na amane wo akra de anim no yase subject results 312 schools wama ya cancel our results and ya subject results one so entire results no so hedi nyina ya twam 41 schools 41 students and ya twam ana ya ofra bi so withholding of subject results subjects ni bi won ma ya withhold ana entire results just say so am tro nyina no one so a ya we do one more enso hwe no 110 school yanko buy komonim ana ma yensaka head of public affairs amansaba for the digital home at the West African Examination Council ni ding at the Openi John Happy ya John Happy anwure mu ajo
nyame joso
bibi aboko de
nyame adom ene mo pa bon tie ase
amumoni adwuma so sema ya adwuma de so ya de nya tronko ade nsusu so de atwe mu tan ebe ma abonten ena nya abai
sana tie
kan yaka Mr. Wada enkra be ka yensa se afen so hwe no are you ready ma release provisional results no ye di kan ye bi sese no kura wo mu saa
Pacho, I released provisional results for BEC 2023.
Munkomo anything.
Well, the woman is saying the Nsembi ama central for HSA. And so now, Colani and Dodona Ayadi. Now, a woman said a bit so much sabi. Rank I was say Mudisuna, yet the chance of any year no. A bien so until I also say so the idea yet the amount of percentage here.
It was also about one thing about question and soon say cancellation of results. Never one more must say a cancellation of subject results. Near Saka will release in when say schools and answers young for Makumako has sunny to me 312 school candidates. And now more cancellation of subject results. And a business cancellation of entire results. And so yeah, was Sunday mammy and tell me say.
Your woman say, Mra, I was saying, this to every woman. So one can ask a walk of some brand, a walk to some brand at the end here. And brand new, but the woman said, was so mobile phone. Our exam hall and quad the end, there was a bedroom. And to Oma, Uber who said, yes, 41 candidates, cancellation of entire results. No, just a woman, not mobile phone crowd, more exams holler, not one more dear, the internal results in a now for the subject results, so go now okra textbook. A graphing tree say no big textbook. Obeso revision notebook, no, they are shining one of their exam hall. Obeso I should answer questions now ever born in that particular paper. Tini I will say and pass a paper ne crown wa copy a munsem ego answer booklet demo into and no into na ye chucha a what they call a subject results no.
Oh, okay. Number 2, Musa so actually say emprem so bi pese okwa access na otimi husunsanso ne dia wanya. Muche mu mienu. Nyana mo kan say one ma a tro ankra de no private candidates no. One mo bekọ a website bi. Afamo so a tro ye e wo schools ahodo mu so no. E bekọ baabi mpatwa no betimi asisu dua maye.
Oh, the woman say website na idea to jano I know all candidates with me call so what photo scratch card with me call www.wgh.org. Then you click on check results BEC 2023 and open your results. Into a specific for private candidates. The woman say private candidates or more and cash could be on now. Yes, or check it on the website. Now, what more can I do? So, Upasa go school more fiber to me, because Sabi Obiwo, Kwabena network in the Hontages or train, Emma, Yedder Roscoma, or my head Sansana, or Monsaka, and Tina Yachim Benosano.
Wow, yeah, I don't have Maba Juma Power, Fay, Yan Chan community setting. Monday, Kwabena Bobie Ansah, Ghana for moment in our sub, wow, was Sansa Pabon for womb. Sir, Obi Befre, I am a resolution abano. Me yadwuma wa yek me wa fa ho John Kapi se kura me ma menu aba ma no ye betimi asesa de amamo sa kokobọ no mo pesa mo kire sei
ye nya chese nkofo bi ahya se de ni me etudwa se afi so hwa ekiro ye no kola na anya de nti se o mo pe upgrade your results there any fresh number na se ko sa site we say ye nya ni nyina na ye investigation nti ye mpese ye de nyina betudwa na ye pese abo amafo kokko se obi ani ho abetumi asan results amao because the results are gazetted and enye ni papa cause na enwe adwuma No single person can access all the results at a go. Nti enya dia obi betimi aka cha say oba besa results amount here per month for amansa nyina cha say mo bia enkotua sika bia mo bia say obesa na results na so be bibisa.
Ebe do asepa ne de wasi na mom ne wo kesi so dia ne say enna nwumre yi se kwa basa me wo fast bi kwoto ne card the scratch card so dia wo ba bi no so kwa check ya wo kwa the ni be bo ne provisional results ne so
ba o me se be o
yada say my adwuma so mo nkwa so mo adwuma ye de we school a che BCD em fa me ho kra 2001 to na me ye e bi da ma se pa wai
we da say
ayi zo ye we school a che 2001 April 16 and me we Jesus o say wa wo na no bi I was a small boy, just a little boy. I'm not just a small boy. I'm not saying 2011 we Jesus. Onya dia biali wa bontia na nsia fi. Abna na yudukudukuduku a. Tutukutukutuku a wotima.